Hey, welcome back. This is Jesse Saint. Hey, we got a great one for you today. The band President. This is actually the fifth song that I've reacted to by them, and today it's just a visualizer, no video. But this song seems interesting. This one is Dionysus by President. Let there be metal. Super catchy so far. Killer so far. Loving it. Great lyrics. Oh. Love that little bend guitar riff there. So far, I'm loving it, man. This band is absolutely amazing. Everything this guy sings is uber catchy. The only thing I complain about is the overuse of autotune, but I'm sure he's trying to mask his voice because of the aesthetic of the band. Definitely got like a Deftones-y kind of thing going on. Oh, are we gonna get a breakdown? We shall see. In fact, we do get one. Is that it? All right. Well, that was cool. All right. Let's talk about it. So, when it comes to this band, they are brand spanking new. And what that means for me is that I have not only not seen them live, I have never shared the stage with them. I toured for 20 years, so most older bands I've played festival dates with. Most U.S. festivals have pretty much like every band and the whole entire scene, especially the big ones. But yeah. This is brand new. I did watch a little bit of their footage of their live show at the Roxy, which actually I used to be. Well, when I was in better shape, I was a I was a bouncer at the Roxy in Hollywood for a limited amount of time. A buddy of mine was the manager, who was actually from a band called Shovel. There was a new metal band from the early 2000s. All right, so. Like I said, this is number 5 for me. This is one of the more chill ones. It's hard to not say that it's Deftones-y, but all right, let's go ahead and break it down. Powerful, anthemic, poignant. Now, this band right here has immaculate riffs. I could say right now this song is in E minor, and I'm imagining, I'd have to go over it one more time, but I'm imagining they're in dropped E, which is one of the lower tunings that you can actually do. It always ends up sounding pretty cool. I mean, it's hard to not sound cool. in E minor tuning, the drop down E. Now the voice, it's really hard to really try and pin anything on this guy as far as sounding like anyone else. I did check out one single song by his old band, Fight Star, I believe it was. This is a European band. And I believe, I don't want to say that he won The Masked Singer, but I know he was on The Masked Singer. So I know there's some kind of cohesion between him winning or being on The Masked Singer, and then obviously getting a little bit of dinero, a little bit of money from that, and then moving on to doing President. If it is the singer that we believe it is, to be Charlie, I will say he does not use that over auto-tuned sound whenever he is playing live. At least at that Roxy footage, he sounded crystal clear, just like a normal singer, not all uber auto-tuned like we're hearing on these songs. And personally, it's probably me. I'm a little older. I like less auto-tune. Maybe you guys absolutely love the tone he's using for President. I don't know. You'll have to tell me in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. But yeah, I mean, nothing really stuck out to me as far as the bass. Right before they went into the breakdown, there was some cool bass going on, but it lasted, 5 seconds before it jumped into that breakdown, which I believe is the E, F sharp, which is what was out of F sharp. So it was like a G, F sharp, little descending with a bend kind of riff. Drum-wise, nothing insane. The guitar riffs are poignant. Everything was in place. I really do like this song. This is one of my favorite ones out of this. I wasn't super sure when I heard In the Name of the Father what I would think about this band, but now that I'm 5 songs down, I will say I'm super into it. I like it. So, on to the next thing. We've got a little bit of mini guitar lesson here. Usually songs are a little bit longer. I would have had more time to figure stuff out, but from what I could gather from this, we are out of the key of E minor. Now I'm tuned to G tuning, and it's basically like a drone tuning, so both of my top strings are tuned to G. But if you wanted to play along with the song or learn it, he was going. This being the E minor right here. Then it went to a bass movement. I usually just check out the first riff and the chorus, so I'm not sure what the little keyboard and keyboard bass movement was doing. But when it went up to the chorus, it was super cool. It always jumps out at you and makes a huge mark in the song if you jump up a key, when you're doing a chorus. Now this one, actually, wait. Oh, so it goes up a key and a half. That's like a little bit of an odd jump. So from the... And this is the chorus. Sorry, yeah, so it'd be 12, 14 if you're in the key of G, and then down to the 7 to the 9. And then it sounded like at the very end that breakdown was some kind of a G, F sharp. Second and third fret. All right, and if you wanted to play along with that, you'd be playing out of the key of E minor. So if you want to shred along with the song, just grab a E minor pentatonic or your Aeolian scale and start shredding. All right. And if you're digging on this beautiful white guitar I just got, you can check out my full product breakdown of it, and this is Enya Guitars. Also, you can get a deal on it by using my code. It's down in the more section or description of this video. There we go, if I don't knock over my mic. All right, so the final and best part, I know all you guys love this stuff in the comments when I rate a band. If any of you guys don't know, I used to work in A&R. I toured in bands and for 20 years as a guitar player and a bass player. Basically a hired gun in different rock and popular heavy metal bands. And when I moved on from that, getting a little older, I started working A&R for a couple different record labels and helping sign bands, since I'm a guy who's actually went out and toured for years. A couple different labels were like, hey man, you know better than anybody who's out there and who's actually doing a really great job opening up for touring acts. So what they would ask me to do is rate the bands from 1 to 10, tell them what I thought, check out their numbers, what their look is, how they do live, stuff like that, and basically sign them or not sign them based on that. So today I'm going to give a rating from 1 to 10. I will say, especially now that I've heard a ton of the President songs, I would say this one is a very solid 8.5. And that is, incredibly good. I would love to hear more songs like this. This isn't the standout track for sure. I would say Fearless probably is, or was it Destroy Me? Let's see. I would say that those two are probably the standout tracks, but this one, Dionysus, is super cool. I dug it. So, until the next breakdown. Hey everyone, thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out. But hey, that's not all. Go ahead and check the description of this video and check out my Amazon affiliate links and a link to my shop. And you can find my original paintings, you can find prints, hats, hoodies, t-shirts. All that stuff really helps out. Just watch more videos. There's ones right here. There's ones right here. I appreciate it.